everybody, Mac here, and what we have for show and tell today is this, the new LEGO catalog that came out today. Well, it came out yesterday in the mail by the time I upload this video, and you get to see it. But we have the August-September 2020 catalog, and I know it's crazy, it seems like we just took a look at a catalog not too long ago, but hey, time flies when you're under lockdown, right? So what we have here, right here on the cover, is Mario. And I don't know how many of you have been keeping up to date or have been paying attention to what's going on with Mario and Nintendo and the LEGO combo that they've been coming out with, the Super Mario sets that they've been coming out with, and we'll take a look at them when we open it up. I am not going to be getting these. This is not something that appeals to me as a collector. This is not something that I saw and went, ooh, I gotta have that. However, when we open it up and we take a look at it, I can totally appreciate what they're doing, and I think it's pretty fantastic, and I think it could also lead to more things for LEGO doing stuff like this. So I just open this up. We have the opening letter, we have the table of contents, but this is what we want to get to, the good stuff here. And this is the Adventures with Mario, the Super Mario LEGO sets that I think are really cool, even though I have no interest in getting them. This brings an element of play style to a LEGO set based off of a video game that Minecraft didn't have. And keep in mind, I do collect some Minecraft sets, and I do like the play features of Minecraft. This just takes it to the next level. Mario here, as far as I know, and honestly I haven't looked greatly into it, but he's a electronic figure that has different functions depending on what accessories you put on him, what costume you put him in, what play arena you set him on. So right here we have, this is the starter course. And let me also make this caveat that I have not played, this is another reason I'm not real into this set. I just have not played a Super Mario game since the heady days of Super Mario Bros. 2 on the original Nintendo Entertainment System. The Mario Brothers games were just something that never really appealed to me, but I can recognize this setup as something from a Mario game, if not from the original Mario game itself. You have the pipe for the warp zone, you have different things for him to navigate, you have the blocks for him to break, Goombas for him to squash. It's just, it looks really cool. It's very colorful, it's very vibrant, it's very bright. This definitely would appeal to kids as well as the kid in all of us. This is the starter set going for $60, but like I really believe you get a lot for the money with this, even though the piece count may not be that high. It's only 231 pieces, but this guy, Mario, is really what you're paying for with the electronic function. And look at all these add-on sets that you get. And Mario doesn't come with them. I think he only comes with the starter set. But look at all these add-on sets. This Fortress expansion set over here with the piranha plants. This one down here, the Lava Trouble expansion set, which I don't know what game that came out of, but that looks really cool. These all just look really cool, really colorful, really vibrant. The Boomer Barrage, these are fantastic. Like I said, I have no interest in them, but I can totally see what the appeal to these is going to be. And even not having interest in it, just look at Bowser's Castle. Look at how awesome this looks. This really does strike me as like a 3D representation of what that old 16-bit video game of Super Mario Bros. I played so many years ago on the original Nintendo Entertainment System. This just looks fantastic. And over here you can see what I mean, how he has different costumes that give him different, I don't know, abilities? I'm not sure how it all interacts. I think it's awesome that it does all interact. And like I said, I think this could very well just be the starting gate to something that LEGO could expand on, moving out of Mario and just diving into more interactive play. We've seen them do it. We've seen them try it with something like the Hidden Side, with the app and the augmented reality game of catching ghosts, basically. And now they're sort of taking it to the next level. I really applaud Lego for their attempts and for all of the things that they're trying to bring Lego into the modern age and keep it relevant. And speaking of the original Nintendo Entertainment System, this is awesome. Even taking away that you can put Mario on top of it and he reacts to everything that happens on the TV screen, I'm sure some of you, if not all of you, have seen this original Nintendo Entertainment System with a built-in TV and this 16-bit looking Mario, Super Mario Brothers, the original one with the cartridge, everything. This takes me back. This is exactly what I was talking about. This is what I had plugged into the TV, only my TV didn't quite look like that. And you even turn this handle, and the screen rotates, the screen rolls, so that Mario actually goes through the land, goes through the Mushroom Kingdom, jumping, moving. It's fantastic. When this came out on the website, it sold out what they had in one day online. That's how many people were waiting on this. That's how many people jumped on this. Now, as much as I think this is great, $230, and I actually still have my original Nintendo Entertainment System. I think this is awesome, but once again, this isn't something that I'm going to be in a rush to get. Maybe later down the line, but because I still have my original Nintendo Entertainment System, and actually I still have this game, this is not something that I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to have it. I need that for the nostalgic memories. No, because I still have this. Also, $230. That's a little pricey for something like this. Turning the page, we have Lego Friends, which, as I said in the last catalog, this is not something that I have ever collected, but I can definitely appreciate it for the bright colors and for the look of it. I mean, all of this looks fantastic. As a matter of fact, this party boat down here, this looks good enough that I may actually get all of their boat sets I really like. And I'm thinking about picking up some of the boat sets and building them up, and like maybe just starting like this Friends Navy. I don't know, because things like this, while I can appreciate the color to it, this just doesn't do much for me. Neither does the Park Cafe or Emma's Fashion Shop, but this party boat, I really like this party boat. Even this beach house I think is pretty cool, just because of this whole sand green color that they have going on here. Turning the page, we have dot bracelets, dot organizer. I'm actually surprised this is here. This seems way too early in the catalog. Usually this is something that's at the back. And then we have Harry Potter. And once again, Harry Potter is not a franchise that I ever got into. I didn't like the books. I was not a big fan of the movies. I definitely don't like the new movies. But the sets I can appreciate, especially all of these Hogwarts Castle sets. My niece, for her birthday, we all pitched in and we got her like the big, what was it, $400 I think? The big $400 Hogwarts Castle, which is fantastic. And now I love that they're bringing out all of the individual pieces for Hogwarts Castle at the minifig scale, because I'm hoping that eventually, once she has all of these, she'll actually be able to make this gigantic minifig scale Hogwarts Castle and take over my brother's basement. Hogwarts Room of the Requirement. No idea what that is, but you get some pretty cool minifigs and some translucent animals going on here. And then you have this student accessory set, which I guess it comes with these figures and a lantern. I don't know what that is. But I always like accessories. I always like accessory sets. I always like little things like that to boost your collection. I know who Hedwig is. And even not being a fan of Harry Potter, this looks cool. This I may actually end up getting for my niece. I think she would really like this for Christmas. It looks like... Yeah, if you turn this handle, I think he actually starts flapping his wings. Yeah, turn the handle at the rear, and the jointed wings move gracefully up and down. That's really cool. Like, this is a great display piece. It comes with some unique minifigures and a Hedwig element. And then you turn this crank, and it also has an action feature. That's really cool on this display stand. I think she'd like this. I gotta look into that. Don't know what this is all about. I know that's a flying car, but that's about the end of it. It looks like they're jailbreaking Harry. So, hey, there you go. Bust him out. This, even though I don't know what this is, this attack on the burrow, this is just a really cool building that this actually, even though it's in Fuego, this would actually look really cool in my Christmas village. I may actually end up getting this for that. I like this old-timey look to it. This is just really cool. All these figures that come with it. I have no idea who most of these people are. I know Harry and Lestrange and Voldemort, and that's about it. Don't know what this is all about. Is this from the first movie? I saw the first movie, and this looks familiar. Not entirely sure. But I do like these built big figs, too. Like, if you go back to some of my Wonder May videos, where there was the Wonder Woman Warrior battle, and there was the big fig brick-built Ares, that he was really cool. And I like these big built figures, so that's cool. And also you get these centaurs. I may get it just for the centaurs and the giant. I like that. That I want. That I need to get. I want that for my Moonbase set diorama that I've been building, because I got all of the Lego City space sets that came out. I have the NASA lunar lander, the Apollo, what was it? Hold on. Yeah, the Apollo 11 lunar lander. It's sitting back here. The Apollo 11 lunar lander, and this would be great to add to the collection because of this rover. I just, anything having to do with like Lego space sets, not Star Wars, not sci-fi, just like real space sets. I really like this. Plus it forms into a base station here that I may end up getting two, so I can have a rover and a base station. This fighter is actually kind of cool. Reminds me of the old Buck Rogers cereal. That's cool. Then we have the Caravan Family Holiday. This is a 3-in-1. This is about what you expect from a 3-in-1. I mean, this is really... I like how the 3-in-1s are getting bigger. They're not like an afterthought set anymore. They're getting bigger, they're getting more complex, they're getting more dynamic, and I think that is fantastic. Over here we have the bit art, the dot art, whatever they're calling it. These are okay. This is something new. I think this is something cool. I think this is something that's going to appeal to the adult demographic. You have the Iron Man print here. You can display him in 3 different ways, as you see right here. And I'm surprised they don't show you, but if you look on the website, if you have 3 of these sets, you can put them together and make one big Iron Man. Like, I think it's a... actually, with Iron Man, I think it's vertical, and it's kind of him with his hand out, like doing the repulsor blast. The Iron Man bust, another version of the Hulkbuster armor, the Avengers Tower. I mean, these are all good. These are all cool. They're expanding on the Avengers license. They are not stuck to just the movies anymore. They're coming out with a bunch of new stuff that can kind of fit with the movies, but also kind of fits with just the comics. Like the Iron Man Armory down here, we had that huge Iron Man Armory that came out for, what was it, Infinity War or Endgame? I can't remember, but it came out for one of those sets. This is a smaller version of it, and it comes with this little hot rod. For $30, I may get it just for the hot rod. I'm not a big Iron Man fan, but I dig that. And all of these extra pieces would be cool to have. The tower up here, you come with 1, 2, 3 different Iron Man suits, Red Skull, some AIM troopers, Black Widow on a flying motorcycle, which is always cool, and the tower opens up. $90, this is a great set to have, if you're into the Avengers. Now we get into DC, which is actually more my domain. Got it. This is awesome. I know I owe you a video on it. This is fantastic. I do have a video on it. You should check it out. The Batmobile is... it's incredible. I love this thing. I'm so glad I bought this. And this, the mobile bat base. This is ridiculous. This would never show up in a comic. This would never even show up in the animated show. But this is something that I absolutely love, where you have one thing, you have one build that can separate into a bunch of smaller ones. I love when Lego does that. That it's this 18-wheeler that the base flips up. Nightwing has some sort of flying vehicle. Batgirl's on a quad. Batman's on his motorcycle. Batgirl is actually the Art of the Crime style costume, which is becoming very popular. You got Mr. Freeze, and I'm not entirely sure who this is. Let's see if it says. It does not. And I'm not entirely sure who he is, but oh man, you also have a jet ski down here. This is great. I'll probably end up getting this just because of how ridiculous and how big and how great it is. This I'll probably also end up getting too, because this little penguin jet ski is something completely out of the 1966 series, which I loved, and it's always cool to have a bat boat. A bat boat is actually one thing I don't have for my Batcave, so I'll probably be getting that too. This is a 4+ set, so $10 for all of this. Definitely worth picking up to add to the collection. This is something I'll probably take a pass on, just because, I have enough Jokers, I have enough Harleys, I have a Damian. I don't think he's in that style, but I do have a Damian. The Quad and the Joker trike, just not really into that. The Mustang we saw in the last one, but this one, oh, this Crocodile Locomotive. I am all about this. I will definitely be getting this. This is going to go great around the tree at Christmas time. This is just perfect for driving around. You can see you can add the power pack to it. $100. What is it? $100. 1,271 pieces. Definitely worth picking up. The old Trafford Stadium. I think on the last catalog I told you about that I actually grew up in a town called Trafford that was named Trafford after Old Trafford. So I felt like, man, it would be awesome to get this just because of, you know, that distant connection to it. But $300 for something that big, that truthfully I probably don't really have any place to display. I'd probably put it together and then I'd have to tuck it away somewhere, or break it down and put it back in the box, because I don't have any place to display something this big. So unfortunately, that's going to have to take a pass right now. The haunted house over here, we saw at the back of the last catalog. This looks really cool. I really like how the back of it opens up. I really like the use of light bricks and these, like this quasi-hologram piece that like illuminates the painting to make it look like it's haunted. This ghost piece, all of these minifigs. $250. There's a big price hike on that, but this is so cool. Just to look at it, it has that gothic look to it, and also you can see right here, you can put a power pack in it, and I'm not really sure why. Let's see. Upgrade the haunted house with the Lego power-up components available separately to control the elevator via the app. Okay, so it has an elevator that you can control remotely, which, if that's part of the haunting, not sure, but even just the look of this is really cool. And the look of these minifigs, like this dude right here, that's just like, let's bring him up a little bit so you can take a look at these. Like this guy right here, who I guess is like guiding the tours. You can see the skeleton in line back here. This ghost. Take a look at the inside of it. And this is what I mean by like lighting up the back of the painting so it looks haunted. The whole thing looks great. And this would definitely go well with like the Halloween theme that I'm setting up with all of my hidden side sets. We have your standard modular sets that you see in pretty much everyone. The assembly square, there's a lot going on with this thing, and for $280, even though that's a big price, that's a big set. You get a lot of Lego for $280. But for $200, I actually like the corner garage better. I wish I had more room to display all of this. The bookshop looks so cool. This, I think, is new. The bookshop looks cool. I want that. Just like I definitely want this old-timey, like, 50s diner looking thing down here. And we saw that in the last one. These three right here, I really love. The assembly square is kind of like, you spend $280 and this is your starter set, and then all of these just add on to it. I can see a Disney fan really liking these. I am not much of a Disney fan. And here's something else that I was talking about before. $180, 1,739 pieces. That's like more than 10 cents a piece. There's that Disney tax that I keep talking about, especially with the Star Wars items. This is cool. I have to admit, this is cool. This even has Mickey and Minnie in some of their older appearance. Like, this isn't like a modern take on Mickey and Minnie. I really like the look of this. I can see Disney fans being really into this. Has this little diary, has this old-timey camera, his banjo, guitar, whatever. This is not for me though, but I can see the appeal to Disney fans of having this. This is really well done. This looks great. And if that's what you're into, $180, despite the price to part ratio, which I'm not a fan of because I think it is overpriced, but still $180 for all of this isn't that bad. This, I think, was what was on the cover of the last one. We've seen that, the Cyan, the Lamborghini Cyan. Dom's Charger, still want to get that. Going to look great next to the Batmobile. And then you have this concrete mixer, and over here in Technic, this hauler, this dump truck. This is a beast. This looks really cool. This is something that makes me wish I was more into Technic sometimes, because I could see having fun with that, especially now that Technic is becoming like sort of like these radio-controlled cars that you use through the app. That would be really cool. The Corvette was in the last catalog. Like I said, this just looks a mess up front. Not a real big fan of the Corvette. The Ducati, it's cool. I could see Ducati fans and motorcycle fans being into that. What do we have over here? This off-roader. Once again, another more Technic sets. This off-roader. And this stunt trike set, this stunt bike set. This is actually kind of cool that you have this pullback feature that, like, you take the bike, like the old-time toys, take the bike, just pull back, and it rips forward and does the jump and jumps through the flaming hoop. Always like when LEGO incorporates simple play features like this, while at the same time having things like this that's basically a radio-controlled off-road car. $250. LEGO fans, Technic fans, and RC fans would probably all be into that. Now, Monkey Kid. Monkey Kid was sadly missing from the last catalog, which I don't understand because it had just come out. But this is insane. The Flaming Foundry, this is fantastic. This looks great. You get all of these minifigs down here. All of them have a name, have no idea who any of them are. Uncle Zang, Maya, Monkey Kid, Princess Iron Fan, Red Sun, Roar, and Growl. And this insane arena going on. And even if you don't have anything else for Monkey Kid, tell me this wouldn't fit perfectly with Ninjago. I mean, Monkey Kid and Ninjago look like they were made to go together. And having some Ninjago sets, like, I am gravitating towards some of the Monkey Kid ones. We have the Architect set over here, the White House, Tokyo, Dubai. I mean, they are what they are. There's not much else to be said about them. They always look cool. They always look really cool. They're great pieces to, like, have on your desk or have on a shelf. The Idea sets, we have the International Space Station, we have the Pirates of Barracuda Bay, which I still need to get. Love me some pirates. Gotta get that pirate ship. This actually has two shapes. This right here, where it just looks like Tortuga, basically. It looks like a shanty, like a pirate tavern. But then you can reassemble it and actually just make a big pirate ship out of it with full sails. I would probably keep it in its pirate ship form. This grand piano over here. This was another one that sold out very quickly. I was actually surprised, especially for $350. I was very surprised at how quickly this sold out. But then I realized this actually does play. Like right here, it says Lego Idea Grand Piano has a removable 25-key keyboard, authentic hammer action, moving dampeners, pedal, and motor. Combined with the Lego Power Up app, you can play a tune yourself or automatically. It's a player piano. I don't know how it sounds. I have no idea how it sounds. But that is awesome. That is taking a lot of the function and features that they have been putting into some of the sets that they might consider for kids, like Hidden Side and Mario that we just saw, and they're putting it into action in a set for adults, and that's really cool. Legalese, VIP, and then Ninjago. And some of these Ninjago sets look fantastic. The Sorcerer's Dungeon over here, this looks great. Always love a good castle. Another dragon. Dragons are always... Skull Sorcerer's Dragon. I wish I had the channel. I wish I had regular cable. I stream everything because I have no idea what's going on in Ninjago right now. I haven't seen it for the past 2 seasons. I gotta get caught up on it. It looks great. This looks great. Something that's not in here that's also out right now is a Ninjago Legacy set that is Destiny's Bounty. And the Legacy sets are always going to be smaller than the original ones. And Destiny's Bounty is, truthfully, probably a little less than half the size of the original. It's $130. And even though it's much smaller than the original, it does look great. Check out the website. Take a look at it. If you missed out on any of the original Destiny's Bounties, like those big Mamma Jammas, definitely take a look at the one that's out right now. It might do you until you can find yourself one of the bigger ones. Or you might prefer it because it's smaller, it's easier to display on a shelf. Now, Lego's going to make a liar out of me, because I know I've been saying I'm probably giving up on the Star Wars sets. I don't really have much interest in what they've been doing for Star Wars. Some of the original series, original trilogy sets I might get, but other than that, I don't have much interest in them. And then they came out with Grievous's Starfighter. And I absolutely love the look of Grievous's Starfighter. This was always one of... There's just something so Art Deco about it with that forward engine look. It looks beautiful. And this in Lego form looks fantastic. So there's a very good possibility I'm going to end up getting Grievous' Starfighter here. And then you got these two. And wow, the Death Star Final Duel is cool, but there's not a whole lot going on here. This, the Bespin Duel, 40th anniversary of Empire Strikes Back. This iconic scene, arguably one of the most important scenes in the original trilogy. $40. This is fantastic. This would look great on a shelf. More than likely, I'm going to end up buying this guy. And then you have the Stormtrooper helmets and the A-Wing Ultimate Collector's Series that we looked at in the last catalog. And then in the back, we have the new AT-AT, which... it has an action feature that I like, that when Luke is suspended from his grappling hook, you can turn a handle inside, and he shoots right up into the belly of the AT-AT. It also comes with two snowtroopers, two AT-AT drivers, General Veers, the only guy in the Empire to ever complete the assignment that Vader gave him successfully, and Luke. And you also get this little speeder bike here, which is cool. Speeder bikes are always cool. So there you have it. There you go. This is the new Lego catalog. If you didn't get yours in the mail, I hope you enjoyed taking a look at it with me. So play well, everyone. Stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, thank you for watching.